3 of the Hammer of Kaz. Hopefully you were watching this yesterday. We are going to jump right into it. Thank you for our supporters and our viewers or anybody that comes into watching. Usually we go through a long list of things, but we are on other people's time today, these players, and we want to make sure they get a good game. So I'm going to start right now reading. We've got 4 players. We've got a Ranger, which is being played by, you should see the names on the screen. We've got a Ranger, a Paladin, a Wizard, and a Rogue. So we're looking for an interesting game here in the Hammer of Kaz. Let's get it started. For most of your life, you have lived hand to mouth, taking up any job or quest to keep your belly full. But now the worm has turned, and either through shrewd tactics, use of force, or simple blind luck, you have come into possession of a map detailing the whereabouts of one of the most legendary treasures in all of Faerun, the Golden Hammer of Kaz. Knowing that legendary items often equate to an unimaginably heavy gold purse, you have made your way to the town of Dagger Falls. Inside the ruined Church of Lathander is an entrance to a forgotten crypt where the map claims the item lies in an unknown antechamber. Whether it be greed, bravado, stupidity, or a combination of all 3, you have decided to begin your descent into this pit of horrors with a local laborer named Javier in tow, and this is where your story begins. Javier comes up behind you. Senors, this place! No one has returned alive. We should leave. We should go back to the tavern and have a drink. This is not good. You have only paid me not enough to go in here. Please, senors, it's not worth dying for.
Oh, come now. Where's your sense of adventure, Javier?
Don't you know I have 5 children to feed? Do you know what my wife would do if I died out here? How will she survive? Oh my God, why did I ever accept this job? Why did I ever take those 10 gold pieces?
Well, she has 5 children to help support her. You'll be fine.
Oh, okay. I see. All right, let's. So, are you sure you don't want to go back to tavern?
Think of the adventure.
Oh, okay. Fine. But you go first, senors. I stay behind you. I watch your back. Eh?
Aren't you the guide?
Oh, no. You've got a map. I'm going to put you in there right now, and then you'll get to. I'll describe what you see. As you've entered the ruined church, put your characters in there.
So Javier, what makes you so afraid of this place? What have you heard?
No one has come out of here alive, senor. No one has all. Recently, these ruins were discovered here in the town, and every adventurer that has gone in has not returned. You know, this is what will happen to us. I only took this job because you've been
such a great place that they don't want to leave.
Ah, you're insane! Oh my God!
What makes this place so bad?
I don't know. No one has ever returned.
What kind of treasures have people discussed in this place before?
Treasures? Well, I don't know many treasures, but I imagine since this place has not been discovered, there must be something down here. But all I know is you promised me 10 gold pieces. Remember that 10? That's the only reason I am here, and I should be charging you more.
Javier, you have my word. We will take care of you.
Oh, ay Dios mío, thank you, you're so kind. Ay Dios mío, oh, you're such a kind man. Oh, and Javier kind of like shirks behind you, and he's just like feeling kind of, you can see him, he's biting his fingernails and everything. And what you see, as you descend into this area, you see the old stone, mold, slowly like dripping water running down the walls again of this old stone. And right in front of you, as you're right going into the very beginning of what seems like this old stone crypt, is you see a little bit of sand kind of falling down from the ceiling of all the old blocks and everything else. You also get a smell of old decay, like dead leaves and possibly animal matter that's passed away many years ago because the air is so stale. And at this moment, start asking y'all, you should be able in just a moment. Oh, you see my assistant, he is fixing. We've had to do so much more work for this, but in a moment, you're going to see right into that area. We can just get that camera on there.
So is it just me, or is the camera that we see right now really pixelated?
Yeah, it's pixelated.
It's not.
Okay. I just want to make sure that it wasn't me.
Oh, try getting on Twitch then. Try the Twitch link because it's not pixelated on Twitch. They're saying their image is pixelated. So it might be
Through
something in Discord. Yeah, so try getting on Twitch. It's not pixelated on Twitch.
Okay.
So does the with the sand trickling from the ceiling, Zank will look up and see if it looks stable, or is it just maybe wind blowing it? And while he's doing it, also he will also try to detect if he senses any evil emanating from the entrance.
Okay, you want first of all, let's get your roll for you're looking at the area where the sand is falling and everything, a little bit of sand from the ceiling.
Well, you know what? I'll wait to do that because I can only do that. Yeah, I'll wait to do that.
Okay, so you're gonna hold off on that? So you're gonna hold off on that, buddy?
Yeah, Sayak.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay. All right. Then we will hold off on
So
doing
yeah, the
that.
paladin like points up at the ceiling, and Sayak will climb up the wall towards the ceiling, and pull out a little pouch and collect some of the sand.
Okay, so you're gonna start collecting. So you're gonna climb up to where the sand is falling from. All right, let's go over what everybody's doing. I'll go over the names first here. Lee, what do you want to do?
I was just looking to see this if the structure looked sound and if the sand was being blown by wind, or did it actually look unsound?
Okay. And Shannon, you're gonna try. Do you want to crawl to the wall before he investigates that sand area, or after he investigates that sand area?
So I see that he's like looking at it and pointing at it and inspecting it, wondering if it's safe. So I'm going to climb up the wall towards the ceiling to see if I can get a better look.
Okay. So you want to go ahead and kind of get as close as you can to where the sand is trickling. You want to give an investigation of that as well?
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead then, and since Lee, the paladin, actually, he said it first, I think he had said he wanted to check that sand. Let's give an investigation from you, Lee, looking at that sand as the rogue is walking towards you, getting his little tabaxi claws are coming out, ready to get on this wall, and you're kind of saying, hold on, let me take a look at this sand. What did you get for an investigation? You don't notice a goddamn thing. It looks fine. Everything looks hunky-dory to you. Okay. So the tabaxi's going to go up there.
Wind. I'm afraid Javier has got us skittish.
Perhaps, senor.
Javier, do you mind going in first for us, please?
Are you insane? I am not an adventurer. I am a 0-level character. I only have like 1 hit point. No, I cannot go in, senor. I am only hired to dig. It is your job to be great and heroic, and I will watch your back, way back here. See, how am I able to fight anything with a shovel? It looks like your tabaxi friend's about to climb the wall. Let's see what happens. All right, so before that, does anybody want to do anything before Shannon goes climbing the walls? That's Derek or Steven. Do y'all want to do anything before Tabaxi goes on the wall?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to knock an arrow and just be ready.
Yeah, I'll take a defensive position.
Exactly.
Okay, you're readying an action, readying your bow. Okay, got that. In case something were to come out and try to destroy and kill y'all. All right, I'm not that mean, guy. I'm serious. Deaths yesterday were not my fault. So
Not my fault. Okay.
Says every DM ever. So no, you ready your arrows, and someone wanted to do detect evil.
No, I was going to hold off on that.
Okay, so basically, and Shannon, you're climbing. Are you investigating before you're climbing, or you're just climbing straight for that sand?
Yeah, I mean, I'll test out the walls, make sure I think they'll hold my weight before I start climbing up.
So you're just climbing, not investigating. All right, let's go ahead and get that then. As you go to move forward, the wall, as you're climbing up this wall, the wall itself begins to shift under your weight. And at that moment, I need you to roll me. Hey, for you, we'll do it at acrobatics. You see the wall itself. I'm going to put your mini. This is a pressure plated trap. So let me put your mini on the plate and the trap shouldn't go off. We can do it right. Sometimes they don't always work perfectly. Here you go. You step on that trap and wait, we'll just and the rocks come tumbling down onto the tabaxi. Now I need you to do me an acrobatics and get 14 or higher so you can get out of the way of that crumbling cabin as the sand begins to rush and fall down on you. The tabaxi quickly notices, looks up and sees it. Give me a roll. Acrobatics 14 or better. Oh no! That's not a good sign for this session. First roll is a crit fail. That's not looking.
Maybe I'll use my inspiration.
Well, you can if you'd like to use your inspiration. Go ahead, man. It's all good. We're at GaryCon, so go ahead. Try to get past it again. Oh, yay! So you just made it past the fall, and hopefully y'all saw the rocks fall. I don't know if you did. You should have saw that. As you move through the dungeon's dark corridors, you start looking up. You feel those few seconds of the sand hitting your head, and all of a sudden, it feels like it's hitting your neck. You know that sand doesn't fall up. Your reflex kick into action as rubble and debris pour from the ceiling as the corridor partially collapses. You jump forward towards the only clear area your eyes can focus on, just narrowly missing a possibly lethal bow. Okay, so now I'll quickly describe the next room because you've actually jumped forward a little bit to the next room. As you continue past the rubble, the smell of mold and mildew permeates the air. Old cracked stone and then darkness is all that follows, with only the sound of scream and footfalls trailing off in the darkness, an indicator of possible woe to follow. As your eyes adjust to the light, you see before you a large square room with a sandy floor. A large sandy mound. With dented rusted shields adorn the wall. Many are covered with graffiti of former adventurers, some less successful than others. And we're going to put you all in that room in a second, and you should see that. He's moving the camera. There we go. And we will go ahead and go down the list. Lee, is there anything as we're entering this room, do you stay where you at, or do you move forward with the tabaxi and through the rubbly area, first of all?
I moved through.
Okay, so you're going to move up into that room, and you can just move. Does everybody move into the room for the sake of speed, so we can, or do I,
Yeah.
Okay, everybody's moving to the room. Move everybody into the room, because we're on a time limit.
It's safe, guys.
Normally the DM wouldn't be so rushy, but, I want to make sure. So, okay, you are now all in the room. You should see before you. I did not have a pile of sand. I do apologize. I tried to go to a place and buy it. They didn't have it. So I could not get sand, but everything else is in there. You've got your dented shields. You got some torch lights there flickering for you. You got some pile of bones. And again, you got the dented rusty shields in that mound of sand. Lee, what do you want to do now that you've moved into the room?
I will move over to the pile of bones towards the red shield character.
Okay, that's technically the dented rusty shields. I didn't have dented rusty shields, but that's where that's at. So you're going to check out the dented rusty shields. Okay. As you begin to move the old dented shields, a rack quickly scurries out of the darkness, only to disappear back into it. The heavy corrosion of the shields causes you to crumble, some of them to crumble into a fine red powder at the slightest touch. Scanning debris you see of little of use, but a small piece of parchment catches your eye.
Be careful. The ranger is taking up a position. Is that a door over there on the left-hand side?
That is a portcullis.
Okay. The ranger is going to take a position right by the entryway that we just came in, head on a swivel, going back and forth, just scanning, watching the rest of the team, but also keeping an eye on that portcullis.
The ranger is really, really shitting bricks. All right, go ahead. I know where you are. We'll move you in a second once we go through everybody's moves. Is that okay? So we don't have to get up a million times. So we'll move the now. No, ranger wants to move. Lee has moved towards the bone. Let's go ahead. Derek, what do you want to do?
Okay, so our paladin went over towards the bones, right? Did he, or towards the rusted shields? Which one?
The rusted shields next to the bone, the pile of shields and all that.
Gotcha. I guess so. Is that weapons rack? Is that fidelity to what you have?
No, that's just a pile with the dented rusty shields. It's just for aesthetics. It's not actual weapons.
Gotcha.
I just didn't have a pile of stuff.
So if he sees that a scroll sort of spills out from the remnants or whatever, as you described, then the wizard would go over and he would look at what that is.
Okay, and there's also that mound of sand that lets you know as well. There is that mound, a big mound of sand about 3 feet high in the room as well. So you go over to him. All right. So you're walking over towards Lee to check out his parchment. All right. And last, Shannon, is there anything you want to do what are you going to do, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, Sayak is a little disappointed that, he wasn't able to collect the sand that was falling out of the ceiling. But now there's a big pile of sand, like right in the middle of this room.
There you go.
He's going to go up and investigate that.
Okay.
Let's be careful about that sand.
He's going to jump. He's going to jump, like a few feet at a time to try to avoid any pressure plates on the ground this time.
Well, you wouldn't know. The pressure points are actually just Dwarven Forge stuff. But yeah, it's funny that you say that. All right, so you're going to check out the sand?
Yes.
Okay. How do you check out that sand?
Cautiously.
I mean, are you using your hand? Are you using your hands? Are you poking something into it? What are you doing?
He'll probably creep up on it slowly, and then sniff at it, smell it, maybe pick some up in his hand and see if it's really sand.
All right, give me an investigation roll.
I don't know. Start, investigating it that way.
Since you're sniffing and everything else, go ahead.
All right.
Oh. You got a very good. Okay, you can tell that this is some very high quality sand. It's sitting down here. You get the sense that it's been sitting down here. It's really, really good for kitty litter. So you can obviously use it for that. But you get the sense that there's nothing wrong with the sand or anything strange about it. It just seems to be a big pile. But while you're do you want to do anything else? Do you want to search through it now, or do you just kind of smelled over?
I'll search through it and put some in a little pouch so I can save it for later.
Okay. As you reach down,
does it seem like the sand has been here a long time, or that it's recently been added? Does it look as old as the rest of this place?
Does it what?
Does it look as old as the rest of this place? Like it's been here a long time?
Yeah, it looks like old fine sand that's just been sitting in this corner for a while.
Okay, cool.
And you reach down and plunge your hands into the wet, heavy sand. Large grains scrape your palms as the sand is shifted to and fro from your search. After a moment, you feel something cold, something hard, and something metal. Grasping the object, you wrest it free from underneath the weight of the sand and are surprised to see a ring. Even more surprising is the cold hand it is still attached to. Senor! Oh my God! I told you this place was death! That ring must have belonged to the forward adventurer! We must leave! Oh God! Oh, my children, my family, why did I ever take this job? Oh!
Calm yourself.
Please calm down. Please calm down.
Calm down, there's a dead finger! Where's the party it's attached to?
I don't think it's moving. It's not going to hurt you.
Oh my God.
It's fine.
All right, so Javier is flipping out, and now the wizard was looking at that parchment. All right, Lee, do you give him the parchment? That's the big question. I'll let y'all RP that. Here, y'all go.
Excuse me there. May I take a look at this document, please?
Why, certainly. You might have a better chance of understanding than I.
And I grab the parchment and then I unravel it and I look at it.
I was muted. Sorry. What languages do you speak?
I speak. It's a pretty good list, actually. Looks like I speak Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, and Orc.
Okay, you speak Dwarvish. All right. You know the writing is actually in Dwarven, scrawled in Dwarven, and what appears to be blood are the words "Liberates Sulume." You know this Dwarven saying all too well. It means "save yourselves."
Ooh, this is Grim Portents. It is message that says to save ourselves and leave.
I mean, did it say leave or did it just say, save yourself? Like, you're here, you're going to save yourself by being here. That's what it means, right?
I think that is maybe too optimistic interpretation.
I mean, look, I found this cool ring on this hand and a hand to go with it. I mean, this place is great.
Oh, yes. Interesting ring. And then I guess I would go over and inspect the ring.
Yeah, for speed's sake, so you don't have to go through all ritual casting and go outside to find something to identify it. You're able to mystically determine that this ring is a ring of protection +1.
This ring will give protection to the wearer. Perhaps whoever goes first will want it.
Sounds good to me.
And I take it off the dead hand and then toss it to whoever wants it.
All
Maybe
right.
the paladin? He always likes to go first, doesn't he?
The paladin would well, I'll just roleplay it. Far be it from me to lay claim on something that someone else has found, but if it is freely given, I will not deny. Thank you very much. And he will take the ring and put it on his finger.
His
All right.
blessing and the curse to be you.
But it goes so well with his shiny armor. And look, I have a hand. And he sticks the hand in his pouch.
Yeah, is the hand fully disembodied?
Yeah, it's a old, it's shriveled, dead flesh hand. It's graying flesh, pieces of. You can see little bits of bone popping through, and still the sinews of muscle and the actual knuckle joints that connect it. And that's what the ring is, right behind that knuckle on the ring finger.
Let's all be careful about using the term "somebody lend me a hand."
Oh,
I can just see it now.
I got you
Yes.
covered.
what about somebody who uses mage hand? Oh, all right.
So that came from a mage, did it?
Do you want me to change my armor class, or are you going to do that?
You can just change it, or I'll change it for you. We'll remember. Hold on a second. I'll do it for you right now. Hold on, Paladin, armor class. Doop doop doop. Wait 1 second, buddy.
It's also +1 to saving throws, right?
Yeah, you might have to remember that part. Don't forget that. All right, I just put your AC up to 19. You might have to refresh your character sheet, but your AC is now.
See it, so we're good.
Your AC is pimped, man. There ain't no way that anything can hit you. All right, so Steven is still standing next to the, near that door area, still scanning. Is there anything, everybody else, I know what you did, Steven, other than scanning, is there anything else you want to do before we move on?
Well, I'm just going to investigate the portcullis, because that's the only other door or exit out of this room that we can see without doing some searching. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to visually inspect the portcullis, see if I can find whether or not there's any kind of locking mechanism, see if there's any way to raise the portcullis, anything like that. Just visually, just to get ready for what comes next.
Okay. Give me both an investigation check and a perception check.
In that order?
Do the perception first. Thank you for asking. Oh my god. That's double. That's two. Come on, guys. Come on. I'm trying to keep. It's like the other groups, man. What is going on at GaryCon for 20? All right. All right. Well,
do I guess I don't perceive that I investigated anything, huh?
you go along there and you are whistling like, Jiminy Cricket.
I'll take getting the bad rolls out now before combat.
That's true. All right. Now go ahead and you don't notice. So everything seems fine. The dungeon is pretty quiet. Give me an investigation roll now. Guys.
This is a mouse click. It's not a dice roll. So something's wrong.
It's cheating.
Is there somebody I can talk to about that?
I hacked.
Palter will be. Why are we having the ranger check? Why don't we have the thief?
Oh no!
Certainly he should be.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, guys. I had to do something, and I just kind of looked over there. I'm not touching anything. I'll back away and definitely let the thief or the adventurer do his thing.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. You obviously can see that the portcullis is very old, very rusted. Some pieces of the bars, how they're strapped, bands of metal for the portcullis. Some of the bands have actually become broken off and bent inwards. Some are bent towards the other side. So it's not in good condition, the portcullis. It's very, very old. But you don't notice anything weird or out of the ordinary around.
It seems to be okay. Let's go forward.
I'll take a couple steps back and do the old look down the way we came to make sure that our sixes are covered.
Okay, so Ranger is covering the ass. Gotcha. All right. So now we'll start thinking. You got the portcullis in front of you guys. What is we'll go back to Lee here. Lee, what do you want to do?
I will go to the portcullis and after watching the ranger and say, it seems to be safe. We should go forward and start to go through the portcullis.
Now before the paladin even touches anything over there to go through, I just want to make him note that I went.
That means it's safe, right?
Yeah, I didn't throw up an alarm. You didn't see my fire arrow go. You're safe.
Is there any obvious way to open the portcullis?
Up.
Any mechanism?
Go ahead and give me whoever wants to check to open the portcullis. Go ahead and roll investigation.
Sayak, would you like to look at the handle?
Sure, yeah, I'll take a look. 9 investigation.
Guys, I like y'all.
Y'all
are some.
I don't know.
You can do that. That is an option. There is the option to just lift up the loud portcullis.
Oh, yeah, the paladin's getting ready to do that.
Okay.
Is that the wizard goes, okay, buffoons, let me take a look at this before you do this.
Yes, please oil it up before he lifts.
So we gotta break out their oil. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, so Derek, as you move around the portcullis, the wizard comes to is everyone does not know. I insert the proper way. Hold on, let me check. See, I got your Russian thing there, man. All right, so the wizard comes through and he's able to find putting his hands over it, really looking at the scrapes and everything else, and able to determine by a few footfalls that he sees on the floor that they seem to go towards the torch to the right-hand side. And as he touches the torch, he notices, well, you don't touch it yet. I won't say you touch it. You notice that there's a way that you can twist the torch. That looks like probably will open the portcullis. Do you want to turn it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you turn open the portcullis. Now, luckily, the portcullis does not make that much of a sound. It's relatively quiet because you didn't force it.
Right as he's turning the torch, like Syak is like straining against the portcullis to lift it, and he thinks he's the one that's like lifting it up. He's like, "Look, guys, it's light."
So you want to
pretend this way.
All right, so portcullis is now up, and give me the wizard who is checking for that. Give me a perception roll, please.
All right.
Or everybody, just give me perception because y'all are close to the portcullis. So everybody, give me perception. Oh my god! Oh my god, dude! Is there anybody else that's gonna roll perception?
Is there anybody else left?
I think
That's everyone.
Oh, that is everyone. Oh my god. God, Jesus. Okay. Well, everything's good. You notice in front of you, as you can, I think we might have to change the camera angle to see through the portcullis. But you see before you a little bit of a hallway. You can see that through that area. We're getting the camera changed right now with y'all's incredible rolls. Do you know no one in your group has rolled like, other than that 14, I think y'all have rolled like 90% of the rolls have been lower than a 10.
Well, I'm following the cracker crumbs. I don't know what you guys are doing.
All right. Senores.
Hansel and Gretel came this way.
We're going to start letting Javier roll.
Senors, I do not think this may not be a good idea. We've already found the bloodied hand. Are you sure we do not want to go back to the tavern? Look, you found a magical ring. You can sell that. That is valuable. There is no need to go on. Here, follow me. I show you. And Javier kind of starts. Ready? Follow? No? At least agree to pay me at least 5 more gold pieces. I deserve that. 5 more.
No, calm down, Javier. Calm down. I'm sure the rest of the group will decide that if we find some more treasure in here, we might consider, a little kickback. Just stay with us a little bit longer, Javier. Calm down.
Really?
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Thank you, senor. You are most kind. Here, let me give you this. And he kind of like puts his hands like he gratiatingly rubbing your arm. Such a kind man. Oh, please keep Javier safe. All right, so we should be getting that next camera angle, and then you'll be seeing, like I said, he's running. You can see him in the camera too. My poor JC. Yeah, now he is literally jumping. He just jumped over something. I wish y'all could see this guy behind the scenes. It's good you're young. It's good you're 20, because you would not have this energy if you were my age, 45. You would not be jumping like that over wires. And we do this in our garage. So, all right, so you don't really, you don't hear anything. Everything's fine as you see before you. There is a, let me move your characters. They're all up there. Yeah, we just want to have them.
I mean, look, we all took our time and made sure that this was safe. We didn't find anything dangerous about this. We're just gonna go forward. It'll be fine.
You can take those black pieces of paper off too, and where they're heading into. There you go.
How is the light in here now that we're in? Do we need a torch or are we good?
There you go. You are seeing right now the hallway. You would need down here. You notice that there is light, like a very, very, very low light coming from your left. But other than that, it's pretty dark. So unless you have, like I said, it's very, very low light.
Well, since
Looks like there's some.
Now, how are y'all traveling through this area? Before my assistant removes it, how are y'all traveling? Are you? Oh, damn it! Now I know what they're gonna say because now they can see it. Like, we're all stealthing.
The paladin was striding forward.
Paladin is honest.
If we-
I respect your honesty.
If I had
I
seen
mean, wizard back. Other than I guess Javier.
Okay, Javier is not going. I'm staying back here, senor. All right, at that moment, as y'all kind of stride into this room, the paladin, and y'all are kind of the wizards in the back, and yeah, everybody's.
Now, wait a minute. You know how paranoid the ranger is, so be careful
Okay.
about that.
And Ranger can also see what's in the room ahead, so he's like, I better. Oh wait, JC smartly changed the camera angle, but too late. They saw it. It's all good, guys.
I'll stop roughly 5 feet before the whatever the red thing is on the floor.
Just some bloody guts.
Okay. So if it's just bloody guts, then I will, as I get to the corner, I will look left.
Okay. Let me put y'all in the line that y'all want to be in entering this area. It's pretty obvious what's coming.
We lead with our tank.
Well, that's the way to go. Yesterday they were not leading with the tank, which was led with their bar, which didn't work out too well.
You can build a tanky bard, but not at level 1.
Where do you want to put the ranger? Where does the ranger want to be? The back?
I think because I'm the next fighting character, correct? That'd be the paladin and the ranger, or do we have something else in there too?
Oh, paladin, ranger, rogue, wizard.
All right, I'll back up the paladin.
Backing up the paladin.
Yeah.
We're gonna need this room. All right, so you're there. Where is the rogue? I assume rogue is behind the ranger.
Yes.
Each one of these squares you see on the map represent 5 feet. So your movement obviously is broken down to 5 feet. So when you're counting where can I move to, it will be squares. I have a laser pointer too that will make it easier to determine exactly where. Black things out the way. See this. Oh, in a second. All right, so as you come into that room, describe what you're hearing. Unfortunately, the paladin strode right in. Why is it every group? I always have that one person that's like, I'm going in. You're like one of my.
Because we only have 4 hours.
You're like my favorite. You're like one of my favorite players in my evil group, Cutter. He always does that. It's awesome. All right, so as
right, that he's doing the right thing.
all right, so as you walk in there, this is what you hear. You begin to hear, you cheated! Give me back my money!
No, you cheated. You don't know how to play right. They all cheat. I win.
No, wait. What's that smell? Smells like man flesh.
Oh, I cause the legs. It's behind us. There they are. Man flesh. Ah, it's a paladin. Kill it.
And then you see four orcs in the room. And let's go ahead, since there was no sneaking and everybody. He's going to switch that camera so you get a better view in a second, guys. Don't worry, he's just constantly having to get up every 2 seconds. So let's go ahead and start rolling some initiative. My guys have already rolled initiative, so you know it's fair. If you scroll up all the way through the chat journal, you will see where I rolled initiative for these orcs. So you know I didn't try to get you. All right, so Derek got an 11. Oh my God, poor Lee.
Yeah.
Steven got a 11 as well. Give me 1 second, guys. Just adding your turns here. Sayak. Rogue Shannon. Got a 6. And poor Pally. Crit failed on their roll, so 1.11. That hurts. All right, so who goes first? Actually, the orcs are going first, so this orc goes, and this orc goes. 11 is up here. Next 11. And it works. Rogue. And Pally. All right, guys, here's the order. We got Orc, then Steven, then Derek, then Orc, then Rogue, then Pally. All right, so the first Orc, hunger, meat. He comes rushing towards you, great axe exposed, his green, muscly legs, so he can make it there. And he's on this square, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can make it just to the paladin, right in front of you, Pally. All right, and then I think I had this. Go see what we got. Gonna make an attack on this Pally. And let's see what happens. All right. All right, great axe. Does that hit, sir? Let's see. Ugh. No, it shouldn't, because you have a super high AC, so that probably does not hit you. Right, Mr. Paladin?
Be gone.
All right, so this orc comes running up. I call his head. I want to eat his eyes. And he goes to kind of slash at your head, and you take your shield and deflect it out of the way, and his axe just dings off. You see a little spark, and it hits the wall wide and actually hits the stone. You see a chunk of stone go off as it loses its footing. Stay still, Paladin. Stay still. And then the next...
Creature.
Never. And then the next, you got another orc. Let's see if he can make it. Let me see. I'm gonna get my laser pointer, so I don't always have to keep running over there constantly to see if I can make the moves. Let's see where he can. 6. That will put him right there. So I'll move him actually right there. Says as a bonus action, I actually can move. I'm aggressive, so I could move up to my range towards a hostile creature. If you want to look, you should be able to see that. So you know I'm not cheating. If I do something wrong, y'all can gladly let me know if I mess up a rule. I am not the type of DM that's like, no, I don't care what you said. So as his bonus action, he is going to move closer to the paladin. Aggressive bonus action to move at speed towards a hostile creature, which the paladin is obviously hostile. Unless you want to make friends with the orcs. But they do want to eat you, so probably not. Am I wrong, guys? If I'm not using that aggressive thing right, I am sure y'all would let me know. And can y'all still hear me?
You bet.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so he moves, and he's going to great axe you as his bonus action.
That didn't happen. Sorry, I was just trying to look at it.
Oh, he misses as well. So there you go. The 2 attacks by the orc is that one's off. Now it is Steven, the ranger's turn.
Well, since I am backing up the paladin and the last orc that you put into play, and he also missed, I am going to take a point blank longbow shot at him, since that's what I have in my hand.
Which one? The one to the
The one that you just moved into range.
Okay, the one not right in front of the paladin, but to like the right of the
one-
paladin.
yeah, so that way I can kind of just lean and not have a chance to hit Mr. Paladin.
Oh, I'm not going to do that to y'all anyway. I'm not
Oh,
going to. Yeah, if you want, I'm not. We're not going to do that rule right now. It takes too much time. So go ahead. If you want to shoot through an area, just shoot through an area. Longbow 11. Sadly, that does not hit. Do you want to describe your miss, or do you want me to do it?
No, you go right ahead. You go right on
All right.
this one.
So you come from behind, the paladin, and you look confident. You take your arrow, it's notch, and it goes sailing right through the wind. It actually pushes the paladin's hair a little bit. The force of the bow and the shot is so powerful, but the orc is able to see it coming, and it actually just takes its body and kind of lean toes like that, and the arrow just goes right by, sailing into the stone floor and hitting it, and actually cracking in two as it hits the floor itself. All right. Now, do you want to do anything else?
So for the orc to get by the paladin, that would initiate a opportunity of attack, I'm assuming. So I will take 1 5-foot step back. That way it would allow one of my other 2 comrades that are behind me to possibly sneak through and make their little attack as well, without me being in the way.
Okay. So you're gonna move back a little?
Yeah, just a little. Just a 5-foot square.
Got it. Back one. These days we're
My
gonna have
robots
robots.
are doing great.
These days we're gonna have robots to move all these pieces. No, that's not gonna happen. That would cost a ton of money. So you've moved back. It is now, I believe, Derek's turn, the wizard, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yep, Derek.
All right, so the one that is directly in front of the paladin, I'm going to cast Ray of Frost.
All right, do it, baby. Cast it. Ooh, there we go. Whoa. There we go. You put some pain on him. All right. You want to describe your attack, or do you want me to describe it?
I'll let you describe it.
All right. So you see the wizard Derek. You get this. All the air itself begins to actually become, it looks like snow itself is forming in the air. Little crystals begin to sparkle and just all around his head and around his body. And this cold vapor gets drawn into his hands. And Derek actually takes the cold vapor and forms it into like a knife-like shard, and then sends these shards sailing from his hands and his fingertips all towards the orc with this powerful. It hits the orc. All 4 shards hit into the chest. The first shard goes through. The second one sticks into his bone, and the bone actually cracks and forms a compound fracture. You see through the orc's green flesh and his armor, the piece of his rib bone stick up. "Ah, you bitch! I'll kill you last for that!" And he says that as he's shivering, and his eye actually has frozen over a little into his orbital socket, so he can't even open his eye. He's pulling at the eyelid, trying to get the actual cold and the frost off his eye as he takes that 4 points of damage. You're dead, pure blood. You're dead. All right. So now it is orc 2, well, it's 3, I should say. And they're moving. I might as well move these guys because it's both their turns. Next. There. All right, both these guys are going to take a javelin shot. One is going to take it at the Tabaxi, and one's going to take it at the Ranger.
Kill them. I'll get the cat. Here, let me. Anyone ever play Skewer the Kitty Cat? here, let me show you how to play.
And the orc, he goes to throw his javelin. Roll 20 is going slow, so give me a second. There we go. Ooh, Tabaxi, I think that hits you.
It does.
Okay, so this javelin goes,
Here, let me show you how to play Skewer the Cat.
as this javelin, you hear that, so you're aware that the attack is coming for you. So you see this javelin coming and you try to get out the way, but for whatever reason, you slip on one of the stones that had broken from the first attack before, and it kind of chipped up. And when you slip, this javelin doesn't go through your chest. It kind of goes sideways and catches right underneath your pectoral muscle and goes through the flesh. So you could see that the flesh is actually holding the javelin in place. The blood begins to pour out profusely as you begin to pull at it, but your flesh is stretching with it and ripping it even more. You actually see the flesh begin to peel apart, and you can see the fat and the gratuitous fat and muscle fibers within the flesh itself. The fat looks like little bubbles and goo that's now falling out of the wound as you're trying to hold it together, and you take 7 points of piercing damage. Ouch. All right, next attack. This orc is going after the ranger.
Kill the drow. No drow should live. Any good drow is a dead drow.
Oh, come on.
Oh, jeez.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I swear, guys, I am not hacking Roll20. So I do not have a program that enables me to hack. But I wish I did. So this attack obviously hits for the ranger. This javelin he sees, good, you get the cat, I've got the drow. And this one goes sailing through the air and hits you, this javelin, through actually the orcs itself. One orc, it's how well aimed it is. It goes through the other orc's arm and sails through as it was moving its arm during the battle and hits you right in your pelvic side of your hip. It goes into the bone. You could feel the tip of the spear going into your bone. You try to break off the spear from your hip or the javelin because it's so long, but the metal tip actually stays right into your bone. And every time you move, you can feel it graping and scraping the nerves of the inside bone of the marrow. And you take 5 points piercing damage. All right. But now it's time for revenge. It's the Rose. Shannon, it's your turn.
All right. So yeah, at first he was the Tabaxi goes for his rapier, but then he's like has this javelin sticking out of him, so he like pulls it out and drops it on the floor, tries to staunch the blood for a moment. And then he saw the ranger pull out his bow, and he thinks that's a better idea. So he pulls out his bow, and first he was going to aim at the one the ranger aimed at, but that one dodged out of the way. So he's going to turn towards the one that's in front of the paladin and shoot his bow at that creature.
The one right in front of the pally?
Yes.
Do it. Where'd you get?
That's a 15 to hit.
Yes, and that
15 to
hits. Yes, it does.
All right, for nine piercing damage.
Woo! All right, so that guy takes... Do you want to describe your attack, or do you want me to describe it?
Go ahead.
All right, so you take out your short bow, realizing, like you said, that it's a good idea because you've staunched the blood. You've actually ripped off a piece of your cloth that was going around your head, your hood, and you've pushed it into the wound. And you're limping as you go because you realize now trying to use your full breath of your rapier to dance might not work and might not work or do as well because you won't be able to have as much footwork. So you take out your short bow, and the bow goes sailing across the room and goes into the orbital eye socket of the actual orc. You see him trying to pull the arrow, and as he does, his eyeball is still connected to it. The muscleless fiber that enables the eyeball to move around is still pulling at it, and he can't pull it. He takes out a knife and just cuts his own eyeball and throws it onto the ground. The scream and the pain. The eyeball rolls towards you just enough, and you step on it and squish it. Straight out of freaking Pulp Fiction, baby. Oh no, Kill Bill. Straight out of Kill Bill. kill us. And you step on the eyeball and it squishes and you're like, you pay, kill them. And he looks like he's injured quite bad at this point, though, the one right in front of the paladin.
I say, for Grumsh! And then I back up into the room that we were in previously and try to hide around the corner.
All right. All right, now it is Lee's turn. And I know that you backed up. We'll just remember that where you are. I'm not going to jump up right now, but we'll remember that you moved. I know you backed up a little. So, Lee, what do you want to do?
Yeah. So he's obviously parrying the attacks from the two orcs. So he's going to retaliate and swing his battle axe.
Swing it, man. Do it. Oh, there's some numbers. Now we're talking. All right. All right. So you swing at the one in front of you, right?
Yep.
All right. It's down. Do you want to describe your kill?
Yeah. So as the two orcs are swinging at him, he is parrying left and right. And as he parries the last attack from the one to his right, he takes his battle axe as an undercut and lodges it into the side of the orc, cleaving all the way through three-quarters as the orc slumps over his blade in death.
All right. For a second, the orc is still alive, and you see his hands crawl on the scrape into the stone like it's trying to crawl away from you in utter fear, and it just stops. Dead. Yeah. All right. So next, since that one is down, it is now top of the round. That orc is gone. So goodbye to him. And now it is second orc's turn. So it is the one that was standing right next to the pally. So it goes, now, you kill Grumba! You die! Grumba! That was my mate! So, apparently, orc females and males look pretty similar. Who knew, right?
Yeah.
So, you do that. Hold on, but we're missing.
Off. Leave it off.
I'll leave it off?
Yeah, so they can see.
You must be. All right, so he stands right here, and he just moves in front of you, right? Take that position. He's gonna swing his great axe on you. Probably gonna miss because you Jesus have a 19 AC. So I don't see how I'm gonna hit, but if I do, oh, there we go. Work. Roll it up, and there we go. Great axe. What did I get? Let's see. I don't think that hits. That misses as well. I'll get you this time. No, sorry, wrong voice. You killed Grumba. I will slash you and tear you. Slash and tear. And he goes with his great axe coming down on you, but once again, you take your sword and you dance away from his first hit, and he's trying to come around with a second hit to get you, knowing that you would parry because he's been watching how well you've been parrying. But you're able to deftly get out of the way by taking your blade and holding it like that, and it chinks off your blade and actually goes wide, forcing him to swing in his arms in a long extension. You bastard! No! You pay for Grumba! All right, and now it is Steven's turn.
All right. So in my position where I'm at, and I see the female get in front of the paladin, I am going to move a little, bend a little bit to my right. I'm ignoring that javelin because my paladin friend is in trouble. I'm going to knock another arrow.
Yeah.
And aim right for the female.
Do it. Oh! Now your rolls are on fire. All right.
So my arrow with the might and with the pain coursing through my body from that javelin, I just rear back on my longbow, let that arrow fly, and boom, right into the throat of that woman. And then of course, being the careful ranger I am going to go around the corner to get some cover.
I'm squishy. I don't stay in battle long.
Yes.
All right. You see her grabbing her neck. She tries to speak, but obviously nothing is coming out. Now it is Derek the Wizard's turn.
Okay, I am going to also target that female, and after seeing the vicious wounds that have been inflicted on my party, I start to whisper some words as I feel nauseous at seeing all the gore and the carnage, and I refocus that energy magically into spewing poison out of my mouth at the female orc.
All right, Constitution save.
Oh,
Ooh, they got.
Does it automatically hit?
No, it's a con. I think it's a con save. DC 13 con save. So let's find out. Oh, and I failed. There you go.
Yeah, so there you go.
Is it something they have to roll for every round as well? Like every time it comes back around, do I need to do another save? I can't remember. Or is it just one time, 2 points of poison damage? That's it.
So it takes 1d12 poison damage because it failed. Yeah, it just seems like it's one time.
Okay. All right. So you sprayed him with the.
My face! My face!
She knows, kind of like
My face!
because it has an arrow in its neck.
My face!
All right. So you've done that. Is there anything else you want to do, Derek, or is that you just hanging out right there?
I think that's it.
All right, so it's burning, melting. You actually see a piece of the nose slop off the orc, so it actually has no nose now, and you just see the inner cavernous area of the nose and the little bit of cartilage that's still melting and smoking on its face. All right, these orcs come up. These orcs are pissed.
Mama, I killed them for you. I killed them, mother.
I killed you. So the first one, each one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna move right here against the ranger, but he's gonna be standing in front of the ranger, but he's gonna try to attack that tabaxi.
Now doesn't the paladin get a
Yes, he
hit of
does.
opportunity? Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now is that one opportunity or two?
One, just one, because there's only one guy running by you, so I mean, you're only gonna get one attack.
Well, the thought process is he gets the opportunity on one square back of him, and then when he moves again, another opportunity hit.
Well, he didn't move again. He just moved forward towards the ranger. He's only attacking the tabaxi caddy corner, but you do get one attack of opportunity. I wouldn't think even then. I don't think it'd be two, even if they did that. I think it's still just one attack. So,
Yeah,
but
And you only have one reaction, so you would still only be able to do one.
yeah, so
the ranger did go behind the corner there of the portcullis. So
okay, that's fine. You know what? While I'm up, let me move that ranger because he was going to attack the tabaxi anyway. Because I thought you were moved. But so let's just move your ranger. Your ranger was kind of back over here behind the corner, kind of ducked out.
yeah, I just swooped right back in the corner there, so I could come back out and shoot again. Oh, other corner.
But Derek had stayed where he was at because Derek did not move. Derek is still right there, but you got
The
out.
Tabaxi did move back and hide behind the corner too.
Okay. Well, then this guy then will just what? Go ahead.
Well, I would have been the other side of the portcullis.
The wizard.
The ranger would have been on the other side.
The other side. Okay, so you want to be over here.
By the wizard?
Yes.
The wizard. Okay, gotcha.
Yep, I'd have been right there.
Well, then he'll just move one step forward. Oh, darn it! He really wanted to attack that paladin. He's grabbing the paladin. He'll just move one step forward then because he still had movement, and he's now in range to attack the poor Wizzy, I guess, since the tabaxi is out the way. Thank your friends, wizard. Thanks, guys. Tony, we were out of the way. We should not be getting attacked. Make sure the wizard gets killed first and not us. Thank you. All right, so he rolls up.
You killed Grandpa, my father. I told you, bitch, that's you, pure blood. I told you I'd chop you. I like the taste of snake. I'll cook you in a roast.
And he takes out, comes with his great axe. Let's get this here. I don't think that hits. I'm pretty sure that does not hit you.
That does not.
Yeah. Woo. Whoa. Talk about a lucky roll. All right. So, yeah.
Wizard ain't here.
The wizard usually would get hit, but you got lucky. So the great axe comes, and you're able to use what he does not expect as he's coming around with his great axe to slice you down and maybe try to chop off right on your collarbone. What he doesn't realize is how agile the Yanti, or however the hell you pronounce that, I can't remember, with their tails. So you're able to actually lay back and make yourself parallel with the floor for just a moment, using the muscles within your tail to give you balance, and then you spring back up, and it whiffs so hard that he actually begins to trip and fall. It doesn't go prone or anything, just RP. But he just, kind of trips and falls, and you get a little bit of a laugh. Ah, yeah. Stay
Let's
here.
not forget about Lee's attack of opportunity.
Yep, go ahead, Lee, do it.
All right.
Sorry, we should have did that attack of opportunity first, by the way. My mistake. But it doesn't matter because he missed anyway. So, but almost. So you go, you try to, as he's running by, you see it's aggressive, but you're still kind of, dealing with what's in front of you. You've got the mother, so you're deflecting that. So you try to get that attack of opportunity off and give a good swing, but it's kind of a half-hearted attempt because you're still defending, and it just kind of goes a little bit too wide and isn't able to actually hit the orc as it runs by. And now it's orc number 2. And where can he go? Looks like you're going to do an attack of opportunity right now, so we don't forget, because you're going to get a 1, because this guy's coming by. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, he can. He can make it to there, but he cannot make it to the back. So he can just make it behind the paladin. But give me an attack of opportunity, paladin. If you get him as he's trying to come behind you. What did you get? 13 or better, and you hit him.
22.
Ooh! What kind of damage you get?
Slashing.
All right, so as that one comes by, another one. I killed him, man. We killed 5. And as he comes by, running, his aggressive stomping, you're able to, this time, you knew another one was coming because you saw both of them running at the same time, and this time your swing goes true. And it actually cleaves a little bit of flesh off the side of the arm of the actual orc. You see it hanging like a flap, like down. And instead of going now, it was heading for it. The backseat it turns and gets behind you. I kill. You hurt me. Hurt. All right. I'm sorry if my voices are.
You're good.
All right. So now it's Shannon's turn.
All right. So I see one of the creatures that has attacked my wizard friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll back up another couple steps and then train my bow on that creature and let an arrow fly.
All right, do it. Oh!
21 to hit.
Oh, with that 14 damage. Right, and you're attacking the one standing right in front of the wizzy?
Yes.
Oh my god. That thing is you hit it so hard. Okay, describe your hit. Then I'll do some RPing.
Okay. Yeah, so he's got his bow drawn and he's waiting until the wizard ducks to the side a little bit, and the orc's head is just clear shot. And he lets the arrow fly, and it just goes into one of his eyes.
All right.
It sticks there.
It hurts the it goes down. Please, I yield. I yield. The thing is terribly injured. It drops its weapon to the floor. I don't care about my dad. You, please don't kill. Let me go. And it just is cowering in fear now. So it's pretty much out of the game with its 1 hit point. And give me, the wizard, ranger, and then tabaxi all give me an attack of opportunity. This thing's trying to run. Ah! Anybody scored above a 13, it's out of there.
It's out of there.
It's out of there. All right, so it's run. Please, I leave. I run. Who got the kill?
I did. The ranger.
All right, so you have your bow as it's going, and you're like, not today.
He
the
threatened
bow-
to eat us.
Yeah, and the
That
bow.
does not go. That does not bode well for a drow. You threatened to eat me. I channel my family power.
The bow actually, the actual arrow goes through its stomach to the other side, so it stops, takes like another step forward, then turns around to you, still holding the bow through its chest, and just keels over. And that's it. So that one, gone. All right. So he's gone. He was running away, and now he's jetted. So we'll take him off too. That was the one right in front, so that was number.
Now, these are brothers, or is it a brother-sister combination?
Well, you had the mate that was standing in front of the pally, and then the brother sister. Sorry if I messed up on the girl voice.
No, that's okay.
I should have used the other voice.
So we killed the brother. The brother's a goner.
Yep. So there's 2 left, and
Mother and daughter.
yeah, just the ones that are in front of the like I said, the pally and all that. So I have to attack now. Because I didn't attack with that one that got behind. Y'all just did the attack of opportunity. I forgot to actually attack with that guy. Just let me do that because I was behind the pally. I missed anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, and then the only one. Now we are on Lee. What do you want to do, Lee?
Oh, definitely continuing to attack the one in front.
Okay, do it. Oh, there's some rolls. Now I'm rolling low and y'all are just on fire. Got all those low rolls out. All right, so you want to attack the one in front of you. Let's see if I can get my roll 20. That one right there is gone, so remove him. One in front of you. Okay, so you took off 5 points. You want to describe your hit? It's still up, but you want to describe it?
Yeah, just continuing to parry, and as he came to use his great axe over the top, I parried and undercut him, and again, the move seems to work. They seem to be particularly vulnerable to an undercut, so lodge it in his side.
You could tell she's becoming the mate is becoming more and more frustrated.
I will kill you. I will have revenge. I won't die without avenging my mate. Not here. Not now. Never.
All right, and now it is Steven's turn because we are at the top because the other 2 orcs are gone, so it goes back to Steven.
All right. With the fury of my bow working now, I swing back out, and knowing that my other 2 compadres in the back are going to take out the sister, I am going to aim at the mother and fire another arrow at her.
The mother is the one in front of the pally, so you want to fire at the one in front?
Correct. I want to take her down so she can't hit again.
Good. Take her down. Fire it up. Oh yeah, I love firing it up.
12?
No, unfortunately, that just misses. If it's 13 or more, you need it, man.
Okay.
That sucks. Yeah, is that so close, right? All right, so you want to describe your miss, or?
So the rage and the adrenaline is going, and it looks like it got the better of my my pullback, and I misfire, and it goes sailing in between both the paladin and the mother, and just goes past them and shatters right into that column.
All right. So now it is Derek's turn.
All right. I'm actually going to I'll just cast Ray of Frost, and I'm going to do it to the damaged female orc in front of the paladin.
I think that's a con save.
No. This is a spell attack.
Okay, go ahead. Ooh, you just got it too, because it needed 13 or more. So you got it. And how much damage did you do? Let's see, 8. Oh, so you want to describe it? It's down.
Yeah, I basically pull a Sub-Zero where I I shoot like actually I shoot a frozen orb that's like a giant piece of hail, and it hits it with such impact in the face that it actually caves the face in.
See, the face just crumbles and they fall to the ground.
Yeah, it would be like hitting it with like a 2-foot sphere bolt like rock. It would just like I basically threw a miniature boulder of ice into its face.
And that one is down with its crushed face. And now, so we'll get rid of that one. Now there's just one orc left. You slaughter whole family. Everyone I love. You. I'll never stop. I'll never give in. And let's see. He turned. Let's see. Who's close? We can just go to slaughter. I'll kill your weakest one. Gonna go after that whiz, man. Better run, wizard. But you get an attack of opportunity as it turns around. The hell with you. Go ahead. Get that attack of opportunity off.
Is that Lee or?
Yeah, Lee would get the attack of opportunity because he's moving out of his sweat range.
All right. Oh, I missed.
All right, so you missed. And now you're crit failing me. Come on, man.
Yeah.
All
right.
Who's running away? The sister?
It was the one that was just only had one left. It was the son, the brother that was behind.
Okay.
The mom was in the front. The brother got behind the pally, and now he moved out of the threat range of the paladin and went towards the wizard. Yeah, because he wants to kill. We're gonna go for the weakest. It's pissed. I'll kill one. At least one of you will die before I give in. All right, so let's see what happens. Probably gonna miss. We'll find out. Great axe, yeah. Oh, crit fail! His anger, with the anger and rage, seeing his whole family, be slaughtered. He tries to go after the wizard, knowing that's just the one thing you might be able to take down because the paladin has pretty much put an end to everyone. Takes the axe, but his rage is just too much. He's too emotional. His swings are crazy wide. The Yanti just pops over on the tail, just kind of like this, with every swing smiling and laughing that she can't be or he can't be hit. All right, so the orc has gone with its crit fail. It is now Shannon's turn.
Grumsh has abandoned you.
No.
Yes.
Never.
Surrender now.
Roll
Or you
me
shall perish.
Roll me an intimidation, beat above 13 or higher, and we'll see what happens. Oh! Okay. It will dishonor my family and everything, but I surrender. Please, let me live. He throws down, begins cowering in front of you. Please, let me live. I'm the last one left of the Grumsh clan.
I think we should let him live, guys. What do y'all think?
I think it is
The paladin will
foolish
walk
idea
over
to show
to
mercy.
the orc that's groveling on the floor and grab him by the throat and lift him up.
All right, let's go.
As we say, and we may let you live.
Well, you've
Find us
already
now. I'll not see you another day.
got him intimidated. He's gonna do what you say. So are you all letting him live?
Yes, but before you go, what can you tell us of this place?
This is the last room. There's nothing left. There is supposed to be an entrance to some kind of place, but it was lies, all lies. There's nothing here, nothing we could find, and we orcs smart. If we cannot find door, then there must be no door here. Room to south has nothing, completely empty, just chairs. But room, we are supposed to have room to west, but nothing there. No passage. Again, lies, all lies. No great treasure here.
Can I do an insight check on him? Yeah.
Go ahead, do an insight. Well, you definitely passed the insight, the 23, both to somebody. All right, you get oddly enough, the indication that he doesn't seem to be deceptive. You know, he's not really being deceptive. Or I'll roll a deception check anyway, but.
So he's just ignorant of it.
Yep, he keeps saying there was supposed to be an entrance on the western wall, but they didn't find anything, and the room to the south just had like some chairs and everything in it. So he seems to be telling the truth to his knowledge. Let me describe the room now that you're in it and the battle is over. So I'll also give you a little bit of a description here so you know what's going on. Upon inspection of this area, you notice that every 10-foot section of wall seems to have a carving of a demon relief into it. You also notice a skeleton lying on the floor, its slender arms stretched out towards the western wall. This is the spot where the map claims that a corridor should be, but before you, all you can see is an old, moldy stone wall. It obviously has the dead orc bodies. So let's go down the list. I'll ask everybody what they want to do to make it easy. Shannon, what do you want to do?
You know, I'll pat the orc on the shoulder and say, you know, you made the right decision. And then I'll go and investigate the skeleton on the ground.
Okay. You're gonna investigate the skeleton? All right, go ahead and give me an investigation.
See if I can learn anything about it, what type of creature it was, if it has anything.
It's a skeleton. It's bones.
It's a skeleton, yeah.
Got some bones. You rolled a 6, so you can tell it's made of bones. You might enlighten your group with such knowledge.
Yeah.
All right. Lee, what do you want to do?
I'm going to drag the orc over to the western wall and tell him to move the skeleton and press against the wall.
All right. He moves the skeleton, and he kind of like, and he, I will, orc will listen to you. Fine, hold. And he goes over there kind of begrudgingly. Wait, I thought that was my job. Oh, wait, no, he's not digging. He's just dragging body. Now you have orcs working for you? Oh, my, what is wrong with you people? He will turn against us, I am sure. Do not have orc. You have Javier to dig. Get rid of orc. But then the orc, shut up. I want to live. And he goes dragging the body, and then he pushes against the wall, and nothing happens, master. No, nothing. And he goes over you, looking to like be patted by you, to get a pet of approval.
Mm-hmm. You did well.
Thank you, master.
I cannot believe he's having a paladin with an orc as a pet. What has Faerun come to this world, the Darelands? And now it is Steven's turn.
I lean over to Javier and I whisper in his ear, Javier, not to worry. We use orc fodder on a regular basis. Let's you and I check the other 3 bodies. And if you find any gold, you may keep it.
Okay. For time's sake, so you don't have to go around to everybody and roll. You find on the bodies, you obviously find the great axes. You do find those, and you find 10 gold pieces on each one of the orc bodies. So all y'all found some gold and some great axes, and they were wearing they had basic hide armor, so natural armor. So there's really nothing that you can get armor wise, but you did get some great axes and some money.
So I take Javier's hand and just clink, 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 clinking right into his hand.
Oh my God! I thought I did make the right choice. Wait till my wife sees all this gold. We will finally be able to buy the cow and goat and chicken that we have wanted for so long. I will be just as good as my neighbor. He has 2 cows and 2 chickens. Now I will be playing catch up with him. I will be neighbor with cow and chicken. Thank you. Thank you. And Javier is like, just so happy. He's jumping around, bouncing. And now it is Derek's turn.
Okay, so after that encounter and drawing aggro twice, I realize that while I'm in this dungeon, I'm going to enact mage armor.
Wise decision. Wise decision.
So I believe that brings my AC up to 15.
Right. You should be able to adjust your AC yourself.
Okay, cool. And then after that, I'm going to start going along the walls and the fixtures and giving the good once over to the room.
Which wall are you going towards?
Based off the camera angle, I'm gonna go to the far wall where I guess where the skeleton's pointing, where the corridor is supposed to be.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me investigation roll on that, please. Ooh, man, y'all are rolling high now. Okay. You decide to look more carefully at the wall and begin to run your hands over the surface of the wall like you're saying, looking for any loose stones or grooves. After a few minutes, your fingers just catch the feeling of a small hole. As you peer inside the hole, you also see a small button. Pushing the button causes a low scraping sound as the wall slowly slides to the left. As you enter this area, the smell of feces and urine overwhelms your nostrils. You sense no one has been here in a long time. And I'll go ahead and show you the little opening of the door, and then I assume, so for speed's sake, does the whole party move forward into the corridor?
Yes.
Yes.
And I guess Paladin in the same order we had before. Paladin, Ranger, Thief, Wizard.
Before we
Yeah.
go
Yes.
in, I'm going to ask the ranger and the Tabaxi rogue how much damage they took.
The Tabaxi is limping and he's got blood all over, matted all over his fur.
And I've taken 5, which is just 1 less than half.
Is it Shannon? Are you down half?
Yes, I'm down to 2 hit points. Took 7.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
How many does the ranger have left?
Yeah, well, if you're going to lay hands, go ahead and lay hands on the rogue.
You sure?
Yeah.
I can
Hey,
give him 5 back, or I can
What?
give him 4 and you 1.
Hey guys, rather than I can save y'all a lot of time. We'll just say, because this is Gary Con, we'll just say that y'all took a long rest. Everybody's back up to full hit points.
Nice.
So yeah, there's no need to sit here. We're not playing a weekly campaign where it's going to continue. So everybody's healed. You took a long rest. There was no encounters. You're healed.
Happy Gary Con.
Happy Gary Con. There you go, guys. All right. So as you should have a view in a second, you should have of a log, of a pit of quote unquote water. In just a moment, I was moving assistance getting that, and I'll begin giving you a description right now. Continuing down. Okay. As you creep through the darkness, you begin to feel a dampness in the air and the smell of a acrid, rancid liquid or water. It isn't long before you come across the cause. A large pit is stretched before you with a substance that you have no idea what it could possibly be. How deep it goes and what lurks inside is anyone's guess. Normally attempting to surpass such an area would be suicidal, but time has thrown you a leg up. You notice a large branch from the surface has fallen down the shaft where the water is supplied from and is now wedged above the pit. A rope would be useful here. Any of y'all? Oh, sir, I do not know, senor. This place, it looks very dangerous. That smell, that does not look like water, senor. I will stay back here and let you all handle it.
I will stay back here with your assistant. Anything else you require of me, masters? Please? I'm getting quite hungry. Perhaps I could have piece of assistant.
I grab his arm. You will not go backwards. You will leap forwards.
No, don't. I don't. Please, I cannot run across that pit. It's too far.
So, right now, guys, you should be able to see in just a minute. I thought it was up there. A pit with a log, and how do y'all want to do this?
Well, I have a rope.
Okay. It's gonna. Who are all the people that have ropes? First of all, let's just get that out of the way. I think we'll just say all y'all have a rope. Okay, let's just do that. Make it quick. So I have to even look. I just thought about this from last session. All right, everybody has a rope at this point. But the rope itself, you notice it would take all y'all's ropes tied together to actually be able to put it around the log and then swing across.
That's a lot of rope.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Narrative reason why. Roll with
Hey guys, maybe I could climb up there and tie the rope to the log, so then y'all could swing across.
This is good plan. Let us do this.
All right, let's tie the ropes together.
Let's
Okay.
tie a rope to the rogue.
So Tony, before he climbs up there, can I get a nature check on whether or not I think that log is sturdy enough?
Yes, you can. That I'm trying to think. Yeah, go ahead. Make it nature. All right, you can tell. You actually looking at the log, you see there's actually a lot of knots that show there's a lot of age in the wood. So you can tell it does seem to be pretty sturdy. You're also able to tell that the wood is oak, which again is a very hard and solid wood. So you feel quite confident.
Awesome. I got a 14 on that.
Yep. All right. Yeah, I saw the 14 for nature. So now the Tabaxi had Shannon, I think, had said he wanted to try to climb the walls.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you have your claws, but for this case, give me an acrobatics check of 14 or more if you're just climbing, trying to climb those walls.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I do have a climb speed, but I can do that.
Pass that 14 or more, and you're up on those walls, baby. Oh!
15.
All right, so you're able to get, you're definitely able to put your claws into the grooves. You see there's a lot of holes. It looks like this substance, when you actually get above it, is so acrid, it's actually beginning to burn your nostrils, and you can see that it slowly has burned just by the actual vapors, small pock marks in the stone, and that's where you're able to catch the grooves with your claws, and you're able to put all the ropes. So all the ropes the rope is now tied up there on the log itself. Senores, I cannot believe your friend is so good at climbing walls. Who would have ever known that claws should come in so handy? I smell riches. I think you were right. This place must have something here. Oh, I sense great things ahead for us. I'm so glad that I am in your party as an adventurer.
We're glad you're here too, Javier. Make sure your shovel is sharp.
You're a rich man.
I will keep it. Yes, I will keep my shovel prepared to dig. All right, so y'all obviously y'all want to swing across the rope. I take it. There's no roll for swinging across the rope. All right, so you swing across it. I'll read to what happens.
I say you might want to hold your breath. It's kind of stinky over this pit.
I will,
Very sensitive
senor.
nostrils.
I will hold my nose. I cannot smell that well anyway. I smell poop all day. It is my job, so. As you know, y'all cross the pit, everything goes well. As Javier comes across, the branch slightly gives way. Luckily, you are able to catch him. The branch still appears to be wedged in for your return. Hopefully.
Can I retrieve the rope, or is it?
No,
It's solid,
it's
too far away.
stuck on there. It's stuck on there for the moment. Like you give it a pull, it seems like you could, but it might take a few moments. But it's kind of wedged on there at the moment.
When the log does the log hit the water at all?
No, it did not. It is still up above it. It's just kind of fell down a little bit. You ever see Raiders of the Lost Ark? where the guy swings and the log kind of falls a little bit. Think of it like that. All right, now they're going to be in the. Okay, he knows. I'm just letting my assistant know.
As we get across, the pally will turn around, and he's got an extra torch, and he will actually throw a unlit torch in the water to see what happens to the wood.
Okay, as you throw that torch in there, it hits with a sizzle, and you see the wood literally begin to break apart and blacken as this caustic liquid breaks down and seems to almost, quote unquote, melt the wood as it separates into its core parts and just goes into this bubble as the liquid bubbles up and absorbs it.
As I thought.
Don't drink it, man. Don't drink it. You know what I'm saying? Don't drink that water. All right. Don't drink the water. All right. Continuing down the corridor, you come to an area of heavy moss and vines. As you push your way through, you enter an area that is awash with green light. The source of this light is a snake orb with a pedestal at the center. And on this pedestal, right in front of your eyes, is your salvation, your dream, your fate, the golden hammer of Kaz. Its golden brilliance, or its blue brilliance, reflecting off the iris of your eyes and illuminating the room within. Oh, it cannot be! It is only a dream! Do my eyes deceive me? Or is that the legendary hammer of Kaz? Look at all the gold! Oh, there's so much gold and jewels! Oh my God! I will stay. I will go back to the pit, senor, to make sure everything is okay, and I will watch your back. Be sure to bring all the gold and the hammer. And Javier kind of like, you see him kind of like walk back, you know, towards the pit, and he kind of goes out of eyesight, so you kind of don't see him. But you still see the hammer is sitting right there, surrounded by everything you should see on that camera. In just a moment, JC is getting it, and you will see that there's a gold. You see gold bars, piles of gold coins, silver coins, copper coins, jewels, everything in the world. This place, and in the center of it all again is the hammer. And as soon as we get it coming up,
we may want to send the orc back with Javier, because I think I've seen this movie before. And
don't you get meta on me?
I don't really want to throw the hammer his way. So maybe the hungry orc, and then I'd like to do a nature check on the vines and everything. See if something comes to me that may be lurking up above.
Go ahead and do the nature check on the vines. All right. The vines, you could tell, seem to come, they're growing out of the walls. It seems after so many years, the accumulation of dirt and everything slowly blowing in down there, even though it was very small, has enabled little bits of growth to occur. So over those years, the vines are actually coming out of the walls. You don't sense any danger or anything from the vines. And the orc goes back with Javier.
Oh, yes, I will go back and watch your assistant. Me no eat, promise.
And he goes back. He goes back with Javier. You see him leave. All right. And let's see. So you now see the room before you. Good. It's on Twitch. You can see all the gold and the silver, and the hammer is right there with the blue light coming off it. And of course, you can also see some more of my terrain. Sorry.
And we don't have Admiral Akbar around, do we?
No, you do not.
It's a trap.
Okay.
Wrong universe.
No Admiral Akbar. So at this point, detect evil from the paladin. All right, Lee, that will be your move. You're detecting evil. You don't sense any emanations of evil coming from there. So, Wizard Derek, what do you want to do?
I'm very interested in this orb. Is it? I'm gonna do some sort of Arcana check and see if I know what that is.
Okay. Go ahead and do that for me. Roll an Arcana check. You can tell that this orb with your astute knowledge, you have read before that sometimes in dungeons, many centuries ago, in Faerun, what they used to do, and it's sometimes still done, and they'll cast continual light on an orb or a crystal to keep it inside a room, so this way they don't have to worry about torchlight. It just forever stays. So it looks like a continual light spell was cast on that orb, so it forever is illuminating this room until, well, literally forever.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Once I mean, I guess if that doesn't take my whole turn, I go over and I sort of check the integrity of some of this treasure.
Okay. How do you want to check the integrity? Well, let's say that was you investigated the orb, so let's let you did that because that was your turn. So let's let someone else go. Next is let's Shannon. What would you like to do, Shannon?
So yeah, the Tabaxi, he's looking around at all this treasure, this orb, glowing hammer. You said there were vines and stuff?
Yeah, you had the entrance was covered by vines. You kind of like pushed through the vines, kind of like in the back in the 70s.
Right.
They had the door made of beads. This was like a door made of vines, kind of like pushed it, spread it apart, and that's when you entered this room of brilliance and light, and everything came washing over you.
Oh, okay, very cool. Well, you know, he's been burned once, so he's a little more cautious this time. So he's gonna look around the floor for traps, anything unusual as he approaches this glowing hammer.
Okay, go ahead and give me investigation.
All right, here comes the investigation.
You begin, scanning the floor. Your eyes are kind of drawn to the treasure as you're scanning. So maybe you're not scanning as well as maybe as you should, but you try to give it the best look around, and you really don't notice anything strange on the floor. You don't notice any stones that look out of place or anything that's a little bit indented that would give you the indication of a pressure plate. You're so distrustful of me. You just met me.
I'm kind of at the back of the rogue, maybe trying to use my ranger or drow keen sense to maybe catch something that he may have missed.
Yep. And that's I was just about to go to you, Stephen. Are you all done, Shannon? Is that all you want to do, just investigate the floor? That's your turn?
Yep, and then I'll just move forward towards the hammer.
Okay, got it. And Stephen, you want to use your senses, you want to investigate to see if you know. Go ahead.
I'm gonna back up the rogue. Because I know what he's doing. I kind of get the gist of what he's doing, but I just want to kind of look over what he's doing. Maybe if he misses something, maybe I'll catch it.
All right.
And maybe not.
All right, you tried to investigate. You are really drawn to this treasure, man. You can't help but take your eyes off all the gold and the jewels and the hammer and everything else. So your investigation is kind of like, you're meaning to look at the floor, but you keep going like that at every second, looking over at other stuff. So you really don't notice anything. Looks like everything's okay to you. So what do y'all want to do? We're at the top again. We'll go back to Lee. Lee, at this point, what do you want to do? The hammer's in front of you. You got treasure all around.
Yeah, as the paladin walks towards the hammer, he's going to call out to the orc and give him a large sack and tell him to start filling up the sack with the gold, which is to the right side of the platform.
The orc is gone. The orc went down the hallway. Remember, you sent him with Javier?
Yeah, I'm calling him back.
Well, you'd have to go back down the hallway, I guess. You can try calling him. All right, so the orc, I'll let you yell. Doesn't matter. So the orc comes back, because right, Gary, the orc comes back. You yell, yes, master, yes.
I'll point to the sack of to the pile of gold and tell him to fill the sack up with it.
Of course, master. Will I get some of this? You did kill my family. I believe some restitution is in order.
And he starts putting the gold in his sack and everything, filling it up.
We will see.
All
As I
right.
get closer to the hammer, do I sense any aura or notice any type of shimmering or anything besides the blue light?
Well, I actually have something I can tell you. As you move forward towards the hammer, you are struck by the uneasy feeling that no traps or dangers appear to be present. The only indication that something powerful is here is the cold shiver you feel in the air as you approach the hammer. As you inspect it, the hammer sits on a pedestal made of jade and ivory. While it appeared to be sitting on that pedestal, upon very close inspection, you notice that it's actually hovering slightly above it. You can feel its power, and more importantly, you can see its wealth, or its worth. It pulsates with a golden light or a blue light as you stand near it, almost begging to be wielded.
Okay.
All right. So you're not going to grab it, no problem. We'll move on to.
I'm going to tell the party, get ready. I'm getting ready to grab the hammer.
All right, let's see what the party says before you do that. Steven, you hear that from your paladin. Do you want to do anything?
Well, I'm behind the. I'm not physically behind the paladin, but I'm behind the paladin. If anybody is worthy enough to grab that hammer,
Steven got the big balls. Go for it. All right, so
it's the paladin.
the paladin got the big balls.
That's
So
right.
Steven's ready in action, ready in action then. Derek,
Yep.
Wizard, what do you want to do, buddy?
Yeah, I'm gonna see the paladin start to look like he's about to grab it, and I'm going to take a defensive action.
Y'all are so distrusting of me, man. Don't I seem like a nice guy? I swear.
Switch.
It's like room full of treasure, the object you're looking for. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? I mean, seriously. And all right, so Shannon.
Looked out about that.
They have Shannon. That this is a boss room. Shannon, what are you doing?
So I see the paladins going for the hammer, so I'm like, I nod and like, yeah, that's right. And so the tabaxi will go climb up onto the pedestal that's holding the orb and just kind of perch on top of the orb and look around, see if he sees anything.
You got it. All right. You're perching and you don't need to do a roll for this. You just see, the gold and the hammer and everything else. The orb itself doesn't even feel warm, even though light's coming from it. So yeah, you're just comfortably up there observing like a real cat up higher than everybody and observing the world around you. All right. So as you take the hammer, let me go ahead. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. As you take the hammer, Mr. Paladin Lee, your hands tremble with both fear and anticipation as you grasp the hammer in your right hand. Shockingly, other than the burdening of the hammer's great weight, nothing appears to happen. You are also instantly aware this mighty weapon could only be wielded by a powerful paladin of pure heart. In other words, in game terms, out of character, none of y'all are high enough level to use this right now. Then the room begins to shake. The corridor is collapsing. You only have moments to make it out alive. You see that Javier, you had sent him. He's already gone. All right, so y'all are running out this room. Normally, like I said, I have to push y'all forward because it's Gary Connor. I do a lot more. But as you reach the pit, you see some of the quote-unquote water has been filled in by crumbling debris. So now half the area before was like impossible to jump. Now half of it has been filled in by crumbling debris. But there's still quite a distance to the other side. Javier has already got across and is holding the rope. Give me the hammer and I throw you the rope. No time to argue. He looks around at the crumbling corridor, then back at you. No time to argue. The room begins to shake. Girl, what are you going to do? Throw me the
Is
hammer.
it far? How far is it to jump?
I'd say it's about 10 feet now to jump across, if you wanted to jump it.
Yeah.
Or
I'll
you
just
could
take
throw
a running
Javier.
start and jump.
All right, so I'll go down what everybody wants to do. We'll start top of the thing here. Lee, what do you want to do? Throw Javier a hammer, jump across the thing.
I'm not throwing Javier the hammer.
Okay. All right. What do you want to do, Derek? Vote to throw Javier a hammer or jump across? Lonnie.
I'm gonna jump across.
Okay, so Derek's jumping across. Shannon, throw or jump?
Jump.
Okay. And I guess Steven, you'll be jumping there too.
Jumpy, jumpy.
All right, so so you look at Javier, he sees the grit turn into your eyes. You fools! You're going to attempt to jump? Fine. I will come back here and get the hammer from your dead and desecrated bodies. And he turns around and he kind of jets and runs, and you see him disappear down the corridor, and Javier is gone. All right, so now what I need from everybody, if you're jumping the pit rather than turning in the hammer, is I need each person to do an athletics check of 10, and then you have to scale the side with an athletics check of 10. So 2 athletics checks, both 10.
Here goes nothing. Oh!
Dope.
Oh!
Holy.
Remember, y'all chose not to give the hammer now. Y'all chose to Indiana Jones it. Oh. Oh. All right. So it looks like Steven made it, Derek made it, and Shannon made it.
And is there any chance that we can help Lee?
No. And he failed. But if he had succeeded at one, yesterday I let the team do that because they had succeeded at one and failed at the other. And I was like, okay. If he rolls it, with help, a little advantage then. But no, he didn't. He's not on either one.
20.
He failed both of them. Well, you sailed across. You sailed across, jumped and got to the other side. But poor Lee, let me describe what happens for both teams here, or both sides. Almost, Lee, almost. It's all right. You ain't the only one. Success. Okay. Running, this is for the people who made it. Running literally for your life, you're able to duck and dash just out of the way of the boulder and jump into the room of pillars as it shields the entrance, forever sealing anything or anyone left inside. You breathe a sigh of relief and a relieved chuckle, but then quickly remember that Javier has your hammer and he is getting away. And then for poor Lee, you begin running for your very life, but the jump at the pit and the attempt at trying to pull yourself up has taken its toll. You know you cannot run it. Terrible fear begins to wash over you. Oh, I'm sorry. I read the wrong thing. You know that? Guys, y'all got me. Damn it. This is the pit. Success at the pit. So you realize you have been double crossed and run towards the pit. Your anger surging with one huge push. You fling yourself across the pit, just catching the side. You come up short, but you're just able to grab one of the vines you had cut through earlier. With your muscles straining and your anger swelling in your heart, you summon all your strength and pull yourself up. Luck was on your side. All right, now failure at the pit for poor Lee. I'm sorry. You realize you have been double crossed and run towards the pit. With one huge push, you fling yourself across the pit. All too late, though, you realize that your jumping skills aren't as good as your thieving skills. As you plummet towards the quote-unquote water and certain death, all you can think of is how close you came to greatness. But now, no one will even know your name.
Can I ask Lee, before, as his character realizes that he's about to plummet into the acid, does he take the initiative to throw the hammer to the side that we're trying to go to?
The other team asked that. Yes, he does. And somehow he's able to whip it. Oh, here it goes. Oh!
How thoughtful as he plummets to his death.
Yeah, everything.
Truly righteous man.
Yes. Truly good man. Everything goes fast and right at Gary Con. All right, let me just get this here. And now, let me read what happens next. Before, as you pull yourself up, both of y'all, you see that Lee has passed away. As you pull yourself up, melted. Lee, literally, let me describe Lee's death. Lee hits the water, and you see that it hits his armor first. He has just enough second before it melts to his armor to realize what's coming. And you see his skin and bubble, and then the acid comes out of his mouth as it eats his way through his neck, and his body dissipates into a bloody, gooey mess into the acid. Bye-bye, Lee.
Bye plus one ring.
Oh, that's true. Plus ring gone. All right. So as you pull yourself up from the pit and you guys are just standing there, you have just enough time to catch your breath before you hear a low rumbling sound. Your eyes widen in disbelief as the ceiling opens up and a giant boulder comes rolling after you. Hold on, let me get the boulder. Yes, we have a real rolling boulder. Oh, JC's gonna get it. And we're gonna put that rolling boulder and then see who it destroys. All right. Now this one, you're gonna need to do. Everybody's gonna need to do me 2 checks. 14 acrobatics and 12 athletics to avoid the boulder and make it out of the corridor. So all the people that are left alive, come on, roll it up. Oh. Looks like Steven's made it.
Nope, not yet. I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, Sayak made it. Derek did not make it. Oh, Steven almost made it because it was 12 athletics to avoid the boulder.
Inspiration?
Yes, if you have inspiration, then yes, go ahead. If you have it, then yes. Oh God, they won. The D&D gods have showed you no love. It's all right. So just like the last game, one person made it out alive to tell the tale and get revenge. All right. So let me describe. Now I'll describe the success. Literally running for your life, you're able to duck and dash just out of the way of the corridor. Did he roll the boulder for y'all?
Yeah.
Okay, you can go ahead and roll the boulder so they can see that roll. We actually have a real rolling boulder, which you'll see in a moment, so it can kill all your friends. And oh yeah, the camera's a little bit tilted, JC. It was, yeah. There we go. That looks a little bit straighter. I didn't even realize it. I looked at Twitch.
Ready?
Go for it. Roll that boulder.
Nope, didn't get anybody.
It doesn't matter.
Full boost.
There we go. There we go. Okay, that was a good one. Okay. All right. All right, so running literally for your life, you were able to duck and dash out of the way of the boulder and jump into the room where you had the secret entrance before at the skeleton as it seals shut the entrance forever, sealing anything or anyone left inside. You breathe a sigh of relief and a relieved chuckle, but then quickly remember that Javier has your hammer and he's getting away. All right, for those who failed, you begin running for your life, but the jump at the pit and pulling yourself up has taken its toll. You know you can't outrun it. Terrible fear begins to wash over you as you know how painful this death will be.